a lot of big challenges. I think in my young professional life, I gave up a lot of career opportunities because of my kids.
And we are back with another episode of Empower Her, Your Voice Matters. I'm Dayton Kendrick. Before I introduce my next guest, just want a special shout out to Record On Studio, who is the branded media partner for this Doha Women's Forum. Now, without further ado, we do have a special guest, Miss Carla Ferreira. Just give us a brief background about yourself and why you have chosen to attend this empowerment event.
Hi.
Hello.
Chose to our event, got asked to come as a strategic partner from SNUNU.
Okay.
And to come and share women empowering women and women in leadership, right?
Fair.
So background, Portuguese, South African, grew up in South Africa, and I've always been in retail. So I'm in the retail world,
okay,
both from a manufacturer perspective and from a retailer perspective. So came to Doha 10 years ago as a woman, very challenging in a man's world.
Yeah.
But have truly learned a lot and developed myself a lot, and also learning how from different cultures.
Absolutely.
So here in this, it's actually all over the world, right? Retail is very male dominant. So I have a passion for retail. And by having that passion, I believe that you show your passion, you can show your leadership. You don't have to be a GM or anything. You can, as a woman, you can drive leadership with passion, right?
Absolutely.
And I think also from what made me drive to come here is from a perspective of, I think women have a lot to give to the world in the sense of leadership, because we are really nurturers, right? We nurture. So I think if we apply the motherly nurturing instinct and into the professional world, I think we get a lot more about our employees, our colleagues, and also out of other leaders.
Agreed. And I think that's an invisible layer that sits on top of what women can bring to organizations. And sometimes I think as males, we don't often see that. And if you don't see that, you don't understand the value, the indirect benefit that can bring, right? So when you came to Doha, what are some challenges that you may have seen around women's empowerment, if any?
I think one of the biggest challenges was actually having a voice, right?
Okay.
When you're giving suggestions or you give some solutions for obstacles or challenges at work, or how to a strategy, right? How to put a strategy together to drive growth in, I'm talking for myself, within a sales business, right? And it was devalued in the sense of, no, it will never work. So it got to a point where business was declining. So I said, okay, you give it to me for 6 months.
Okay.
And I will turn it around. And if I don't turn it around, I'll walk out the door.
Wow.
If I do turn it around, you give me a bonus.
And I think that says something to the risk that you're willing to take. And I know I've always been of the standpoint that you don't grow without a certain amount of risk, calculated risk. Exactly. So I appreciate that comment. That resonates well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think what a lot of women also lack is the confidence, right?
Yes.
The confidence to believe in themselves.
Yeah.
Because actually, if you got to first believe in yourself before someone else can believe in you.
Right. Agreed. So there's a lot of audience members and women who have come with that same mentality. And what we've done is ask them to write some of their thoughts on the board. They got some questions. Okay. These questions on the board are reflected in this magic bowl here.
Okay.
So what we're going to ask you to do is to select a question, and we're going to have a brief discussion on it. If we can reach. There we go.
Okay.
This is where they're going to insert the drum roll. There we go. What do we got?
Tell me your own personal inspiring story. Oh, Claudia Rodriguez.
Okay.
My inspiring story is, I think as a woman, as a working woman and a mom, all right, at a very young age, I got divorced and I had to raise 2 young kids and work. And I think that was the most challenging thing, because at work, was still very we're talking about 20 odd years, 30 years ago.
Sure.
You as a woman had to mingle and juggle kids, right? And how do you give attention to your kids, the nurturing, the motherhood coming out, and also be a professional at work?
Right.
And I think I learned how to grow, and that taught me a lot in today's times, where I value the women that want to go into the professional world.
Mm-hmm.
I think as a woman also I understand more.
Yeah.
So I think we're more understanding to women. I am a little bit biased when hiring. I try and hire more women to give them the space to grow.
Right.
So my personal journey is I try and do better than what I got given so that women can grow.
And did you ever see a challenge when presented with work or career versus motherhood?
Yes, a lot of big challenges. I think in my young professional life, I gave up a lot of career opportunities because of my kids. All right. Although I still worked, I just didn't go to the next level because there were restrictions. Now I think we have more possibilities to get more help. I think in those days we didn't have help. Also from a corporate world, there was no structure to cater for women that needed an afternoon off to go to the kid or take them to the doctor. Where I think now, which is amazing to see, how the corporate world is changing and changing the dynamic structure within HR.
Careers become a bit more flexible.
A bit more flexible, but understanding, yeah.
Agreed. Well, onward and upward from here. I appreciate you coming not only to speak with us, but also on the panel as well. Empower Her. We're hearing your voices. Thank you to all the guests that have appeared. Ms. Carla Ferreira, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
Until next time, folks, hey, make sure you subscribe, you follow Record On Studios, who is the branded media partner for this event. This is Doha Women's Forum. Until next time, everyone, take care. Peace.